Hello everyone, welcome back to another Afram vlog. Today I want to talk about the Oscars, particularly a category, a kinda brand new category. Why am I saying kinda? I'll explain that in the video, but I want to talk about this category. It's called the Achievement in Popular Film. Now, Leo 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago, the Academy announced a brand new category called the Achievement of Popular Film. What that is, it's for those films that won at the box office that didn't deserve an Oscar will get their chance to get an Oscar. And not a lot of people are going forward with that idea. Not a lot of people are like, sign me up. Not a lot of people think it's stupid. And it's like those films that top the box office don't deserve to get. These films don't deserve to get an Oscar nomination just because they won a lot of money at the box office. And I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, that's true. If to get your film nominated for an Oscar, it has to be praised by both audiences and critics, and it needs to have really good storylines, good characters, character development, and all of that. They never focus on marketing, box office money, just how good the film is. And here are my thoughts on it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm in the. Oh, I thought I was thinking it's a good idea, or this is a terrible idea. They should have. I would think it was a good idea if I were like little, if I watch a movie, I'd be like, that's a good movie, that's a good movie, that's a good movie, that's a good movie, that's a good movie. Like any movie I watch, I'd be like, that's a good movie. And I started to think, what if that category, my mom just sneezed. Bless you. She sneezed twice, so I said bless you twice. Okay, I'm going off guard. I started to think, what if the category exists back then, like thinking like the mid 80s or something. Like if the category exists like in 1985, I would think like Back to the Future would won that category. Yeah. I remember there's this ad for the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards from like 1990s or like 1989, where they had kids like this didn't get nominated for this. I remember the kids said like Batman ignored by the Oscars and Johnny Depp ignored from the Emmys. Debbie Gibson ignored for the Grammys. I was like, ugh. There's a lot of movies that were really good, but they were never nominated for an Oscar. Take, for example, 2001 A Space Odyssey. Stanley Kubrick's sci-fi masterpiece. It was. This film was never nominated for an Oscar. Same with Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, mainly because it's a horror movie and not a lot of horror movies. Actually, 0 horror movies get nominated for Oscars. That's my stupid dog. And okay, some horror movies get nominated for an Oscar.
Rocco. Bye, babies.
Sure, there's Silence of the Lambs that won Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Director, Best and even Best Picture, beating Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, Beauty and the Beast was nominated for Best Picture. The first animated film that ever got nominated for Best Picture. The second was Up by Pixar. Now this is the second animated film that got nominated for Best Picture. But I also think it's the first computer animated movie to get nominated for Best Picture. And Pixar really knows how it goes with a story. Like they have this formula how to make a really good story. Okay, you take films like Cars 2 that doesn't follow any of that. What if like Cars 2 was like an experiment? Like what if we don't follow that formula? And so I want to talk about controversy in movies. Yeah, a lot of people think this category is a stupid idea. It's like movies don't deserve to be nominated for an Oscars based on their marketing and their box office money numbers. I also want to talk about Black Panther. When the category was announced, they were thinking, oh, this might be Black Panther's chance to get nominated for an Oscar. They should be nominated for that popular Oscar category. They should. They should. And the creators and cast were like, nah, we're not going through to that. We're actually more going to the Best Picture. I was like, what? I thought the film was okay. I thought it was okay. It's just not that good for an Oscar nomination. It's just you know what really... You know what? It's just your typical Marvel superhero. You know what's a really good... You know what's a really good good movie from Marvel? Logan. And that was nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay. Plus, Logan's more than a superhero movie. It's more than that. So, back to the Black Panther and the Best Oscar thing. My brother and my dad never liked the film. I don't think the film wasn't good. I don't think it was not bad. I just thought it was okay. Sure, you might take it as like, oh, you think the film is okay? That means you hated it. You hate this movie. You are a racist bastard. You should die in hell. I was like, Jace, if you're gonna think about this, calm down. If you say that someone hates Black Panther, then he hates Black Panther. Just leave that person alone. Sure, I would judge someone who hates the Beatles. I would probably judge someone who says, "Oh, rock music is like oh, and that shit." That be like, if someone makes fun of rock music, like, "Oh, I'm gonna give it that," and that shit, and I was like, what are you? Have you ever listened to one rock song from the 1960s? Mainly the Vietnam era type of rock music. Look at the lyrics. Analyze them. Seriously. I love music from the past because it's more... because the lyrics... it has more meaning, more depth. Like a movie. And I always think that using traditional instruments like a guitar or drums I think it's way more fun, way more fun than just using a synthesizer, drum pad. You're like, here's a beat, here's your lyrics, get into the booth, record the track. Okay, that's good. You released it. It's like already on the already like on the number one on the Billboard charts. And I always hate today's pop music. I used to, but ever since I got to rock music, everything changed. Ever since I listened to I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Beatles, my life changed forever. Like, a song can be that good. And then I looked into the Beatles and the other British invasion bands and people that influence and that are the artists that influenced the band and the artists that were influenced by those bands, like the Beatles, the Stones, the Who. And that's how I got into rock music. My parents told me, "Oh, you need to listen to more music than just that." I would say I hate pop music. I had to listen to pop music on the radio every morning when I get to school. I had to listen to 102.7 Kiss FM. I was like, I want to change it, please. Drake's song comes up, please, I want to change it. At least my dad. At least we listen to classic rock radio and alternative rock radio. At least that makes me feel better. Hell, whenever I'm pissed, angry, sad, upset at a friend, my own father, my brothers, or anything that I hate in life. I have a copy of the Strokes' first album, Is This It, on vinyl. And I would listen to it to make myself feel better. And I want to go back to the controversy thing. I want to go back to the Black Panther thing. Like, if you're going to hate on something, if you judge someone who hates it. Just go off with your business. I'm trying to go off with my own business when someone says shit about the Beatles, the Stones, Green Day, Nirvana. How I would judge people who wear a Guns N' Roses, Nirvana, Metallica shirt, and I'd be like, name 5 songs from that band. I dare you. Hell, if someone wears a Beatles shirt, I dare you to name 10 songs. Name 10 Beatles songs. And if they only make it to like 1 or 3, I'd be like, okay. Okay, can you name 7 more? And you're like, no. You're not a real fan. I'm a real fan. I'm a hardcore fan. And there's also a film that I've reviewed. The 2016 version of Ghostbusters. The 2016 reboot of Ghostbusters. I only hate the film because the jokes were bad. The story is just too bland, too modern comedy-ish. They try to be a scary movie for once, having jump scares, and I'd be like, really, that's cheap. That's just cheap. And also the cameos from the original cast were just bland, just too dull. Like, they're here, say their lines, and then grab their paycheck and go. Just say some good things about these ladies on interviews, and you're good. You're good. Soon you're going to talk about how bad this film is going to be on their deathbeds. And remember when James Rolfe of the of Cinemassacre, Angry Video Game Nerd, he made a video saying that he refused to watch this new one. He's not gonna watch it. He's not gonna do a review of it. And feminists took this seriously. They were offended. Feminists labeled him as a misogynist. As a misogynist bastard. He doesn't respect women. He hates He hates the new Ghostbusters because there's women in it. I don't hate I don't hate the new Ghostbusters because there's women in it. I just hate when films get remade. And that's like one of my second favorite films. I've been waiting for a Ghostbusters 3. I wanted a Ghostbusters 3. Sure, Ghostbusters 2 didn't do well. It's not that good, but we're all having hopes. We all have hopes that there's going to be a third Ghostbusters film, making this film a trilogy. But every news of a third film goes to nothing. Ghostbusters 3 goes all the way down to the development hell. To the point that it's like, you know what? Screw Ghostbusters 3. Let's just remake it. Oh, remember that idea you said of having the Ghostbusters be women? Yeah, let's make that. Let's switch genders. Let's make the new Ghostbusters remake center around women. Like make women the Ghostbusters. Sure, when they say it's gonna be an all I remember hearing news of an all-women Ghostbusters film going back to like Ghostbusters 3, and I was like, I don't mind. I just want this to be good. And when I found out it's a remake, there's going to be a remake, I was like, no. No, 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 this cannot be true. And then we were on our way to Disneyland, my dad showed me photos of pictures from the set, and I was like, they started filming, God, it's good. Oh, God, it's happening. I hate you, Sony. Michael Jackson's right. You are the devil. And there's also The Last Jedi. When that film came out, people saw it. They thought it was terrible. It ruined their childhoods. Instead of George Lucas raped their childhoods, Rian Johnson raped our childhoods. I was like, I thought the film was okay. I thought the cinematography was great. At least the story is not a rehash of Empire Strikes Back. And the Luke and Leia scenes were the best parts of the film. I always thought the performances were also great. And then these Star Wars fans would get death threats to Rian Johnson, and then cyberbullying one of the co-stars. You know, the actress who played Rose. Like, they bullied her to the max. That she deleted her Instagram and Twitter. I was like, what's wrong with you people? It's just a movie. It's like if I saw a Leonardo DiCaprio film and he gives his worst performance and I would go up to him and punch him in the face. Just because he gave a bad performance. I would say it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. And then just go off. So when I told my dad and my brothers, how would you feel if Black Panther would be nominated for Best Picture? They're all like, I hope not. It better not. It's not even that good to be nominated for an Oscar. Like, and I was like, not even if they get nominated for like Best Adapted Screenplay or something. And back to the Oscar category. So, why am I talking about this? The Oscar category, the popular film category, late? Well, news has been out recently that the Academy decided to postpone the category, saying because of the backlash, they're not ready for it yet. They're probably going to wait for like the perfect time to present the category. But you're not going to expect. But next year, 2019, the 91st Annual Academy Awards, the Oscars, you're not going to expect the popular film category to show up. You know what? I think I've started to think maybe it is a terrible idea. Maybe they should just stick with how the storyline, the acting, the directing, the cinematography, the costume, the set design, everything, production design, special effects. They should focus on that. And that's all I could going to say. My name is Afram, the Cinematic Gamer. Make sure you like this video. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell, and I'll see you guys. on the other side.